Well, the first round of the French elections coming up this weekend, there are 4 candidates that are vying for a seat in the second round, according to the CEVIPOF poll of 11,600 people taken on the 19th of April. Let's take a look at the numbers as they stand at the moment. There are a total of 11 candidates, but the top 4 here taking over 80% of the vote, according to CEVIPOF. Never before has a French election been so close, with just 4 points separating so many candidates. It showed first round support for Marine Le Pen falling 2.5 percentage points since early April to 22.5%, and backing for Emmanuel Macron down 2 percentage points to 23%. Jean-Luc Mélenchon, a firebrand left-winger who has seen his vote surge in recent weeks, was on 19%, while François Fillon, whose campaign has been blighted by a financial scandal, took 19.5% of the support in this most recent poll. Now, this means that Macron, who is being criticised as having little substance to his policies, still would win a head-to-head contest against the National Front chief Le Pen, who herself has been criticised as sliding back to former policies of resisting any immigration. So, what is the market telling us? Well, let's take a look at, first of all, at the euro. I want to go euro-dollar first of all. There has been a little bit of interest in this daily chart here for the euro trading against the dollar. There's some expectation that the election won't throw up the real complication that some had been fearing, in as much as Emmanuel Macron should get through, possibly against Le Pen. If that's the case, then he will win quite a large majority against Le Pen for the presidency. So if this is the case, then, well, pretty much all going as planned, despite the fact that we've yet to see some substantial policies from Emmanuel Macron. The euro is trading at the moment at 107.58, still with, we're here on Thursday, still one whole day to go before the weekend when things do get going. You can trade euro-dollar on Sunday when the election happens, and indeed into the evening when we get that result. So euro-dollar at the moment rising. If we see a continuation of this pattern, just ahead of us is the 200-day moving average, then the most recent high that we've seen is at 109.06. So that would be the topping out of this move here for the euro dollar. But again, one must also consider what's happening with the dollar. Let's take a look at what's happening with the euro trading against sterling, because that's been an interesting move. And indeed, we've seen this rise in strength for sterling against a whole basket of currencies, including the euro. This is the euro falling against that stronger pound, the stronger pound coming about as a result of the expectation that Theresa May is now going to win a stronger hand in negotiations for Brexit. But we're here looking at the euro trading against sterling, and the euro has fallen since the highs that we saw back on the 6th of October. It's been a period of weakness for the euro, but it is supported, currently trading 83.85. It is supported at this 83.04 level. If it does break below there, then we can see potentially the euro trading potentially all the way down to 76.44. That's a long way off, but at the moment at least, euro sterling is given direction by that strength of the pound. Let's take a look as well at what's been happening on the French equity markets, because on this daily chart, you can see since the lows that we had earlier on this late last year, 10th of November, this supporting line remains with us. It broke over the last couple of days or so, but we've since seen a little bit of strength coming back into the French markets. I'm not too worried about the drop that we've had recently. If you look back at previous levels here, where we've seen resistance and support, that is sub 5,000, 49.40. We're currently trading at 5,029. If you get a Macron win with Le Pen this weekend, it's expected that Macron will follow through. Possibly we could well see this French market go as high back up to these most recent 15, 16-month highs at 51.43. So the France 40 looking as though it could well return to form. But this previous line of support will now become resistance, and the resistance kicks in at 5,100. Well, now reports are suggesting that French savers are becoming alarmed at the economic risks of an election victory, either by the extreme left or far-right candidate. As I said, that's not the expectation for the broad stream, but there is a risk. And of course, what this is doing, the risk is prompting French people to send money out of the country to Luxembourg. Why? Well, with 30% of the electorate still apparently undecided, if Marine Le Pen succeeds, the worries are of a seismic shock to the whole French system and indeed the euro itself. And if communist-backed Jean-Luc Mélenchon comes through with a win, a revolutionary who wants to slap 100% tax on earnings over 400,000 euros, people are saying that they will still have their liquid wealth if they send it abroad. At first, results are expected mid-evening on Sunday, and as I said, you can trade the main markets here on the IG platform throughout Sunday evening.